Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Schools in Kenya are only partially okay. We'll leave that story for now. Let's go back to Senekal. Reginald Vedboy. Reginald, what's the latest where you are?
Well, Desiree, we are still giving you live coverage here from Senekal in the Eastern Free State. We know that the EFF members, farmers and community members descended on this small town here in the Eastern Free State for the appearance of the two men accused of the killing of the farm manager, 21-year-old Brendin Horner. But we know, and joining me now is the former DA leader, and she's residing there in the Western Cape. Helen Ziller, good morning to you, Mrs. Ziller. You also made your way to Senekal in support of the Horner family and opposing bail for the two men accused of killing Brendin Horner.
We're here as the Democratic Alliance because we stand up with all of rural South Africa, black and white, against the violence that is killing our country. Farmers of all races produce our food. They are being killed at a rate quite above their numbers in terms of the broader population, and it is an outrage that we want to raise internationally and everywhere. Without food, this country will perish, and without farmers there will be no food. We stand with law-abiding farmers throughout South Africa, wherever they are, and we are here to say, stop the killings. We are with peace-loving South Africans against any form of crime, but in this instance today, particularly farm murders.
We know that political parties also came out condemning this killing on 21-year-old Brendin Horner. Some made statements, and some people said that they have mixed feelings about what might transpire here today. The last time we saw chaos erupted after violence broke out. What do you have to say about politicians and government officials making statements inciting these kind of chaos?
We are here to say to people, the moderate middle, peace-loving South Africans who don't want killings and who don't want violent crime are in the majority. Those who want to kill each other and fight each other know that they will leave South Africa a wasteland. Raised, burnt soil. There will be nothing if we fight each other. South Africa can only succeed together, and especially our rural areas can only work if we work together. The vast majority of South Africans understand that. And the vast majority of South Africans of all races want South Africa to work and want us to work together, because that's the only way it can work. People who are calling for violence, people who are calling for killings, people who are calling for taking up arms will destroy much more than they realize in the heat of their rhetoric. And we're here to oppose that with everything we have, and to stand with a majority of South Africans who want to work together.
And also, what do you make of some people feel that there's a certain law, and I asked this question to Kali Roo this morning. Some people feel that there's a certain law for when it comes to violence when white people do it, and there's a certain kind of law for when black people do it. How do you respond to that?
Well, what we say is everybody has to be equal before the law. If they're not, then it's no use having a constitutional democracy. We all have to be equal before the law. Murder is murder. Our blood is red, whoever we are. And the particularly gruesome murder of Brendin Horner and his young and tender age in that context really made this heartbreaking. So the bottom line is this. Most South Africans abhor violence. Most South Africans are absolutely together against murders. And most South Africans have enough intelligence to understand how crucial our farmers are to our future. And so we stand here together to say we are building a moderate majority of South Africans who want this country to work and to work together.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Ziller. That was the former DA leader, Helen Ziller, giving us her opinion as to how she's responding to what transpired here in Senekal, saying that the brutal killings on farmers, threatening food security in our country, also saying that we shouldn't encourage inciting, or government officials and politicians should not encourage inciting violence, because that's a threat to our country at the end of the day. Also, we know that the EFF are in town, and also farmers. Some are here to oppose bail for the two men, and other people are saying that they are here to see that no chaos erupts, or if it should erupt, then they are here, and police are also here in town to prevent any such eventuality. Desiree.
Reginald, thank you so much for bringing us that different perspective in terms of the Senekal story today. Let's take a short break.